just in the way you want, but in the way you need. What happens when you realize that no matter how much you give, no matter how much you change, no matter how much of yourself you strip away just to fit into their world, they still don't choose you. There is no pain like it. Not physical pain, not failure, not loss. Because this isn't just rejection, it's erasure. It's looking in the mirror and seeing a person who has bent, shrunk, and broken themselves just to be enough for someone else, only to be told it still isn't enough. You want to believe it's about them, that they are the ones who failed to see your worth, that they are blind, incapable of love, too damaged to reciprocate. But what if the truth is worse? What if this is just how it is? What if no matter how much you try, you will never be enough for them? Not because you are lacking, but because they simply do not have it in them to care in the way you hoped they would. Have you ever felt like Kaneki in Tokyo Ghoul, trapped between two worlds, yet belonging to neither? Like him, you're too different to be accepted by those you wish would embrace you, yet not different enough to be fully understood by anyone else. Kaneki is caught between two worlds, belonging to neither, rejected by humans for what he has become, rejected by ghouls for what he used to be. No matter how much he fights, no matter how much he suffers, no matter how much he tries to prove himself, he remains unwanted, alone. Not because he isn't strong enough, not because he isn't worthy, but because there is no place for him. He is a contradiction, a thing that should not exist. And so the world pushes him to the edges, forcing him into isolation until he has no choice but to become something else entirely. This is what happens when you live too long being unwanted. You start to wonder if the problem is you, if something about you is broken, if you are fundamentally unlovable. So you adapt. You mold yourself into what they want, hoping that this version of you will finally be accepted. But it never is. Because no matter how much you change, the truth does not. They still don't love you. They never will. So what do you do with that truth? Do you keep waiting? Keep hoping that one day they'll see you, choose you, embrace you? Or do you let go? Not with anger, not with hatred, but with the quiet, brutal realization that some people, no matter how much you love them, will never love you back. That is the moment you either break or you rebuild. Because once you accept that you are not waiting for their love anymore, something shifts. The pain doesn't disappear. The loneliness doesn't vanish. But the illusion shatters. And without that illusion, you are free. Not free from the pain, but free from the lie that told you that if you just tried hard enough, they would care. You stop trying to belong to them. You stop molding yourself into something they might love. You stop chasing a place in their world that was never meant for you. And in that space, in that brutal, empty, silent space, you either learn to stand on your own, or you let the loneliness consume you. Because the real tragedy is not that they don't love you. The real tragedy is that you keep waiting for them to. This has been Voy. Until